Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to just be a trade recap of today's price action. I took a win today and it was based on liquidity levels and more or less just directional bias. So I hope you enjoy the video and I hope you learned something, and yeah, let's get into it. Here we are on the 1 hour chart and you can see that market structure is bearish. We recently had a market structure shift to the downside, confirming our downtrend, and we displaced through this low here. Here's our fair value gap on the 4 hour or on the 1 hour. And right now we're trading up into that 1 hour fair value gap. And I'm anticipating this morning for us to sweep this level and then rotate back down to come and grab these levels, this low and this low. So let's jump over to the 15-minute and get a closer look. We have a low, a higher low, and we just created this higher high. So the best place to buy would be anything after this low gets mitigated, or this one. Ultimately, long term, I'm still bullish. Market structure here on the higher time frame. We have a low, a high, a lower low. This could be a lower high into another lower low. So that would be bearish structure. But I'm not too convinced that this isn't just a low and then a pullback to create that higher high. That's also the other scenario that could play out. At this point, I'm just looking at levels of liquidity and I want to base my trade around those levels of liquidity. Down here, you can clearly see we have a low and then we have another low. So we have stacked liquidity down here. This is definitely an area of interest for me. So this is the area I'm targeting this morning, but we would first need a sweep of this high and then rotate back down to sweep out these lows and then rotate back up. So that's what I'm looking for this morning. Let's get into market open. I'm going to fast forward here. We're on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so right there, this high has just been mitigated. And you can see we swept it. We didn't displace through it. Also, this 15-minute high was also liquidated. So this liquidity is no longer valid. It's done. It's been swept. There's nothing left. So the only thing that's left would be our draw on liquidity down here. So this is what I'm targeting. Fast forward a bit. All right, so we swept this level. These levels are now liquidated. And there is no resting liquidity down here anymore. So now our target would be higher. We have this high. Let me mark it. And we also have this high. And we also swept Friday's low. So this is the scenario I wanted to play out this morning. Now let's jump over to a lower time frame and see if we can get an entry. Here we are in the 1 minute chart. And as you can see this morning, starting at 7:30, this thing has just been bearish. But we've already taken out Friday's low. So if we're trying to position ourselves long, this is a great spot to do so. At this point, I'm just looking for a market structure shift on the lower time frame and then pull back to create that higher low. We've already liquidated all the liquidity down here, so there's no reason for us to want to go lower. At this point, our liquidity is resting higher. So right here on the 1 minute chart, we had a market structure shift here. We have a low, a high, a lower low, and then we broke that high. So at this point, I'm looking for a pullback to roughly equilibrium, which we get. Right here is where I'm starting to get interested. We shifted bullish on the 1 minute. We had a market structure shift. We got a pullback to equilibrium, as well as there's some fair value, 1 minute fair value gaps down here. So I'm looking at this as being a higher low to then target these highs. Okay, so here is where I entered this morning. We had a pullback and then we started to bounce out of equilibrium. So I entered right here. And I'm looking to target these highs, stop loss below these lows. Fast forward, we come down, we respect this low, creating a higher low, and eventually, yeah, we just come through and win the trade. So this was a $126 win today. Let's jump over to TradeZella and take a look at the numbers. Okay, so Monday, December 15th, we took one trade, $127 profit, and that puts us at $556 on the month. Daily win percentage so far is 75%. Profit factor's 2.6, which is really good. And then my trade win percentage is almost 60% so far. So yeah, we're doing good. Just got to stay disciplined and stay focused. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.